Welcome back, everyone. So today I'm going to be going over simultaneous equations. This one on the left is going to be the more common one where you just add or subtract. So what I would be doing here is I'd be seeing the plus y and the negative y. I'd be thinking, okay, well, they're both like represented one y, but because the signs are different, we're going to add them. But that cancels it out because the signs are different. And then we see that 4x equals 16. And so now that we know that x equals 4, we're just going to substitute that into the one that seems nicest, and I'm going to go with the bottom one, but it's up to you. And you can rearrange it if you want to make it a bit easier, but just to make it simpler, we know that y equals 7. And so here are your answers if you're doing that kind of simultaneous equation. But this one's a little bit different, right? So this is what we call doing it by substitution. Because we know that x plus 4 equals y, and this bottom one is xy equals 96, because we know that these two sides are equal, that's the same as saying x times x plus 4 equals 96. So if you write that out, and then just expand the bracket, and you may see it becoming quadratic. But obviously to make it actually quadratic, we're going to set this equal to 0, like so. And as always, we're going to put it into the double brackets, which will be 12 and negative 8. So from that, we can tell that x equals minus 12 and x also equals 8. But we're not quite done there because we also have to figure out what y is. So for this one, I would use this top equation, but it really is up to you. And so you're just going to substitute it in. So for this one, we're going to say minus 12 plus 4 equals minus 8. And so we know when x equals minus 12, y equals minus 8. And similarly, we're going to think, okay, x equals 8, so 8 plus 4 equals 12. So we know that when x equals 8, y equals 12. This second type of simultaneous equation here, where we're using substitution, that's going to be the focus of the video. It might give you a question where you need to rearrange one of the equations, but that's fine. So over here we got y minus x equals 10. So we're just going to add x to both sides, and that will give you y equals 10 plus x, which I'm just going to write as x plus 10 just to make it cleaner. And just like last time, because we know that y and x plus 10 are the same thing, we can substitute that into this equation here. And so we're just going to do the exact same steps we did last time. And when we're looking for two numbers that multiply to make minus 39, but add to make 10, then we're going to see that 13 and minus 3 do just that. And so because we've rearranged it here, we can just tell y equals minus 13 plus 10. So y is going to be minus 3 in this instance. And over here, when x equals 3, y equals 3 plus 10. So we know over here, y is just going to be 13. And so all of this is your answer. Hey guys, this is actually me on the next day of filming because I completely forgot you can actually get questions like this where you have to substitute it in to be a square. So let's just get on with this. Over here, we're going to rearrange it to get y in its own. And because we know that y and 2x plus 1 are the exact same thing, we're going to plug it into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to expand these brackets out just to make it easier to work with. And so now what I'm going to do is, as well as adding these to tidy it up, I'm going to take away 10 from both sides to make it quadratic. And over here, we're actually going to use the quadratic formula, which I'm just going to quickly write out. And so now what I'm going to do is take the values from down here and we're going to substitute them into the quadratic formula. So if we do this and we focus on the plus over here, then this just comes out to be 1, so x equals 1. But then when we do it with the negative, it actually comes out to be minus 1.8. So at this point, what we're going to do, like last time, is just sub in x in this equation here. I say this equation here because I think it's by far the easiest one to do, but again, it doesn't matter what you do because you should get the right answer. And so there you have your answers. You might find it helpful to just put like a barrier between there just to kind of distinguish the answers. But if you do all that, then that is what you'll get. So hopefully you found that helpful, and I'll see you in the next part.